Boy. Sir, sir, the Bucs pick up Le'Veon Bell. What? What's going on, everybody? And shout out to M Cakes. What's going on, everybody? This your boy Isaiah coming to you again with a live stream BucosLocker. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share the videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. If you want to donate, feel free to donate. All donations are welcome, big or small. Your donations do help the channel, help me keep coming on here and making these videos about the Tampa Bay Bucks, right? Good or bad videos, right? Shouts out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits that supports this channel, that has been following this channel. Shout out to my shooters. Shout out to everybody in the Bucks community, whether you like me or not. It's all love. We're part of the family. Not supposed to like all family members, right? As this channel keep going to 4,000 subscribers. Taking some time to get there, though. Anyway, let me give me some shout outs. Hey, Jay, what's up, man? Hey, yo! Daniel, what up, man? Young Deezy. Grizzlo, one of my shoes right there, you know what I'm saying? Bucks fan 26. Bucks Skull Gang in the house. Genius Games. Yes, sir. We here, man. What we got here? We got another veteran on the team. What up, Chili Will? Another one? In my DJ Khaled voice. Khalid. Another one? You know what's so crazy? If you was a Bucks fan before 2000, if you was a Bucks fan, and you've been a Bucks fan for a long time, what up, Ross, Steve, Mama for Christ? If you've been a Bucks fan for a long time, who would have ever thought, as a Bucks fan, that we would have Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, Leonard Fournette, Antonio Brown, JPP, and Dominican Sue, Richard Sherman, and Le'Veon Bell all on the same team? Did you know? Did you even thought that was did you even think about that? Like, it's a possibility. Like a few years ago, did you even think about that we would have these guys on our team? Like, nobody comes to Tampa, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had Darrell Revis. That's cool, but nobody comes to Tampa like that. But I would have never thought that as a Bucks fan, growing up watching these guys playing the NFL for all these years, and we would have all those guys on our team. Interesting, right? Now, this will be a dope team 2016. If this was 2016, you want to talk about ain't nobody stopping us. But we got all the guys on the back end of their careers with a little juice in the tank. Not much juice left. We trying to squeeze the orange juice. We trying to squeeze the lemon. And trying to squeeze all the juice out the lemon as much as we can, right? But if this was 2016, 15, 14 version of those guys, yeah, I'm with all that. But it is what it is. The Bucks they reaching. They trying to cover up those injuries, man. And I understand. I'll make a separate video on Antonio Brown. See that he's all we mentioned is Larry Fitzgerald. Oh gosh, we're gonna be like the NFL version of the Los Angeles Lakers. We're going to be like the NFL version of the Los Angeles Lakers. A bunch of old guys trying to stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? That's the key. When it comes to older guys in the NFL, it's all about health. And the Bucks have been hit with the injury bug just like a lot of other teams. A lot of other teams got injuries just like us. And you got to fight through it. You can't use it as an excuse. Other teams are fighting through injuries and got the Got the situation going on around the NFL right now. But so the Bucs pick up Le'Veon Bell. Um, I the Pittsburgh version of Le'Veon Bell, yeah, I'm with that. Even the New York Jet version of Le'Veon Bell, I was kind of okay with that. Then he went to the Kansas City Chiefs, and then he went to the Ravens. Now it's with the Bucs. He was contemplating retiring. He was all about boxing. He sent some tweets out to Jake Paul. I guess he was trying to get paid for fighting Jake Paul and probably get knocked out by Jake Paul. But I don't know if Le'Veon Bell is like, because he was on the verge of retiring. Like he even said it in his press conference, he was about to retire. Now he said this was the only team that he would come back to football for. I mean, Richard Sherman did the same thing, right? Richard Sherman nobody really wasn't rocking with Richard Sherman. He picked the Bucs. Well, what a coincidence, right? And as I listened to his press conference, I'm giving y'all both sides of this. My thoughts on it, and then basically what it means for the Bucs. Um, I was listening to his press conference, and he kept mentioning Brady and Brown. He didn't mention the rest of the team. Like, so obviously the only reason why he is here is because of Brady, right? We get that. It's not because of Arians. It's not because of Jason Light. Brady made the call. He told Arians and Jason Light, hey, see if Le'Veon interested. You know what I'm saying? They reached out to Le'Veon. They asked him, is he interested? He said yes. I don't know how much he has left in the tank. He's only 29. I ain't gonna say only, but running backs tend to hit the wall at 27. So he is past the wall. He's well over the wall. So your expectations of Le'Veon Bell, you better tone it down, because you gotta think about it. He went to the Jets. He was still decent, and he had some issues with the Jets. The contract was bad. The production wasn't there. He was on the downhill. Then he went to the Chiefs. Now you figure the Chiefs offense, they throw the ball a lot. You figure they would use Le'Veon Bell, right? And he was there. And the Chiefs cut him. Now the Chiefs offense is very, very potent. And they couldn't use him. So it's like, whoa, the Chiefs got you, fam? Like, you couldn't offer the Chiefs anything? That was last year. You couldn't do anything for the Chiefs in that offense? Catching the ball in the backfield? Then he goes to the Ravens, because nobody wasn't rocking with him. Now, I'm trying to give y'all a perspective. I'm trying to give y'all both sides of this. He got cut from the Chiefs. Nobody wasn't rocking with Le'Veon Bell. The Ravens had J.K. Dobbs get injured, Gus Edwards get injured. So the Ravens call up Devontae Freeman and Le'Veon Bell. So now Le'Veon's on the Ravens. Wasn't producing. Wasn't doing anything. I don't understand that. A running team, if he had some more tread on those tires, he wasn't doing anything. So every time he got the ball, his yards per carry was like 3.5, 3.2 yards per carry. So obviously, the wear and tear on the tires, his legs, is pretty much done. Because when he was with Pittsburgh, they gave him the ball a lot. He touched the ball a lot. This is why running backs got to get paid early, because at 27, 28, they tend to go downhill because so much wear and tear on those tires, you don't cut the same. This is why the two-back committee is really good. So the Ravens couldn't utilize Le'Veon Bell. They felt like he was not going to do anything for the team, and they kept Devontae Freeman. Let that sink in, folks. They kept Devontae Freeman over Le'Veon Bell. So what does that tell y'all? Le'Veon Bell can only offer but so much. If you think he's going to come in here and get a bunch of catches and do a bunch of stuff, you need to lower your expectations. That's what I'm doing. I'm not coming in here. I'm not going to be like, yeah, we got Le'Veon Bell. He's going to get 50 catches in 3 games. Nope. The production of Le'Veon Bell, my standard is low. I'm not expecting him to do a lot, just to hold the fort down, get out there on a couple third downs, maybe spell Rojo a little bit. You know what I'm saying? do what he can, pass blocking, catch a couple balls out of the backfield, but I wouldn't expect a lot from him. You know what I'm saying? Uh, that I wouldn't expect a lot from him. I would expect him a couple catches, a couple check downs. Uh, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what your thoughts is about Le'Veon Bell and what you think he's gonna do for the Bucs. He just here until Fournette comes back. You know what I'm saying? And Ronald Jones, he's the lead back right now, so Ronald Jones can close the season really strong. Hopefully, Ronald Jones runs with confidence, like he's been doing when he gets the time. Now the question is how does this affect Ronald Jones? Well, it still affects Ronald Jones because of passing downs. I think the Bucs got Le'Veon Bell to get Rojo out of there on passing situations. Ronald Jones' football IQ on third downs is not great. His hands is very suspect, and his pass blocking is not good. He has a lot of brain farts. So they still don't trust him on third downs, so they picked up Le'Veon Bell. And what does it say about Keyshawn Vaughn? What does it say about our third round special teams gunner? I'm giving y'all the effect on our running backs currently on the roster. What does this tell you about Keyshawn Vaughn? It tells you a whole lot. So you mean to tell me the Bucs had no faith in Keyshawn Vaughn to come in on third downs, run the ball after Rojo? You can tell me you get jumped by a washed up 29-year-old running back that has very little left in the tank. They bring him on the roster and keep you at special teams. Keyshawn Vaughn is one of the worst picks that Jason Light has made in the last couple years. I don't care what anybody say. Keyshawn Vaughn is one of the worst Bucs picks in the last couple years. That pick didn't make any sense. And I'm going to stay on that because Jason Light was wrong for that. A waste of a valuable third round pick for a freaking running back that don't get no burn. Runs up and down the field on kickoffs and punt returns and kick returns and all that stuff like that. That is ridiculous. One of the worst. That's right there with Roberto Aguayo ridiculousness of Jason Light. The Vernon Hargraves. He and that OJ Howard. Bad pick. Just a bad pick, folks. Noah Spence. So Le'Veon Bell at 29 years old, pretty much done with football. He was literally done with football. He's about to start a boxing career, folks. I want y'all to understand this. Le'Veon Bell is about to start a boxing career after this season. You mean to tell me he comes on the squad, hasn't played in 6 weeks, and Keyshawn Vaughn will stay in the same position as a gunner on special teams? Third round pick? You got to be kidding me. Now, Le'Veon Bell, get it how you can. But my expectations for Le'Veon Bell is little to none, to be honest with you. I'm not hating on it, the pickup and all that, because we needed to pick because we needed to pick a running back because of the injuries of because of Leonard Fournette out on IR for the rest of the season, hamstring injury in the Saints game, along with Pat O'Connor, Lavonte David hurt. So the Saints pretty much just roughed us up really bad. They left us in a fetal position. The Saints left the Bucs in a fetal position. With your tail up on your butt. The Saints beat us up that bad that we had to go get Le'Veon Bell. They put the hit on Leonard Fournette. Helicopter. So with 3 games left, I'm expecting Le'Veon Bell in the 3 games probably get about 15, 20 carries. About 15 catches. And that's it. If y'all think he finna come in here and get 5 yards a carry, y'all out of y'all freaking mind. Have you not watched Le'Veon Bell last few years? Have you not? Did you not watch Le'Veon Bell with the Jets, with the high-powered Chiefs, with the running attack of the Ravens? And he didn't do anything right there. A running team. So if you think Le'Veon Bell gonna come in here and just run the rock like he's some beast mode type thing, you out of your mind. He's just here to spell carries. He's here to get carries. He won't be here next year. He's only here for 3 games plus the playoff, and probably even won't even be in there for that. Now he could take Giovanni Bernard's spot. Giovanni Bernard's spot. You can take his spot because Giovanni Bernard has been a disappointment, another bad pickup. So Le'Veon Bell does help in a couple areas, specifically on third down. Specifically on third down. Because if you expecting, because Rojo gonna get tired. Rojo will get tired. He will. Because they're not going to bring in Keyshawn Vaughn. You know what? I think one of my shooters mentioned this earlier. If I read this correctly, we're going to call him number 21. That's right. I think it was you, Wish. We're going to call him number 21, along with number 80. He's in that bubble. He's right there. Number 80 and number 21. 2 guys that will not be on the team next year. Both really bad picks. One turned out to be a bad pick, and one was a bad pick from the jump. But back to Le'Veon Bell. My expectations is really low. The bar is low. The bar is really low, like supremely low, because I just want him to block on third downs, catch a couple check downs, take up some carries. The playoffs hit, we get Fournette back. Ronald Jones got some carries in the last 3 games, so we got our 2 backs right there. They might still keep Le'Veon Bell in there. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be shocked that Le'Veon Bell get more burn than Ronald Jones when Leonard Fournette come back. If Le'Veon Bell does a good job, do not be surprised when Leonard Fournette comes back. Le'Veon Bell get the call on third downs versus Rojo. Rojo will spell Leonard Fournette and some carries on first and second down, but on third down, do not be surprised. Le'Veon Bell takes Giovanni Bernard's spot and actually becomes a third down back because the usage of Fournette is really high. So Le'Veon Bell does help in a couple ways. Don't get me started about the number 80 thing. I'm going to say this one more time. Dalvin Cook should have been the pick. We wouldn't be in this situation. Could have got Jonathan Taylor. Nope. Could have got Antonio Gibson. Nope. You could have got DJ Dallas. Nope. J.K. Dobbs. Nope. Just the Bucs, man. They just can't figure some positions out. But anyway, back to Le'Veon Bell. What is your expectations of Le'Veon Bell? Is it high? Is it mid? Is it low? Is it really low? Is he gonna be here? Is he gonna be on the team during the playoffs? What do you think? I think there's a 50% chance he's on the roster to come playoffs because of Giovanni Bernard and Ronald Jones. Giovanni Bernard hasn't offered anything. He's been hurt. He's in that LaShawn McCoy role. Pointless. I thought Giovanni Bernard was going to get some burn. And I watched him in Cincinnati. He was decent at Cincinnati. He was good on third downs, catching the ball. Giovanni Bernard has offered nothing to the Bucs. Nothing. I just want, if Le'Veon Bell can actually become the third down back, that's a win for the Bucs. At 29 years old, with no treads on with basically little to no treads on that tire, if we can get a little bit of mileage on those tires, that'll be big plus for the Bucs. If we can get a little bit of tread on that, whatever's left on those tires, aka legs, if we can get a little bit. Remember now, he's been out for 6 weeks. He hasn't played football in 6 weeks. He says he's in shape. I hear you, Le'Veon Bell, but you're not in football shape. It's going to take you at least 2 or 3 games. 2 or 3 games at 29 years old, pretty much been washed for the last 3 years, and you got a lot of tread on the tires. You need to get in football shape. He might play this Sunday, in spot duty. As good as Le'Veon Bell used to be, man, he used to be a monster. The dude went downhill after 26. Became a problem on the Jets. I mean, problem with the Steelers, problem on the Jets. You know what I'm saying? Then he had a problem on the Chiefs. And the Ravens, he was cool, but the Ravens like, nah, we good. Now he's in the Bucs. This is his last. This is, like he said, this is it. He ain't playing for nobody else. He's basically doing the Richard Sherman thing, chasing the ring. If he would have joined us last season, he would have got that ring. Now this season is up in the air because we got some issues, folks. We got some issues we got to deal with before we get to the playoffs. But Le'Veon Bell will be a serviceable body. Exactly. Imagine this roster in 2015. Exactly. Imagine this roster in 2015. Folks, this is 2021, about to be 22. We are 6 years late on this roster. How the roster is currently constructed, we are 6 years late. We are 6 years late, folks. Like, bad. But it's 2021, about to be 2022, so we got a little left with I told y'all, this roster is basically on its last leg. Y'all don't see the writing on the wall with this roster? Do you think all 22 starters coming back next year? Do you think this whole roster coming back? You think the whole coaching staff coming back? I told y'all this 2 years ago. This is a 2, maybe 3 year push. You will be lucky to get 3 years out of this roster. Lucky. Next year will be a super reach with this roster. With the roster currently constructed, it's a super reach. It's a super reach because it can get really bad. Teams are getting younger and they're getting better, and we're getting older. That's not how you're supposed to do things. That's why the draft is very important. This roster is basically the NFL version of the Los Angeles Lakers. We're old in a lot of key positions, and a lot of our veterans are starters over 30. Or guys over a certain age of the position is getting a significant amount of snaps. That's not good moving forward, folks. This will be the last year at the level that this roster is right now. This is the last year that you can get a lot of juice out of this roster. Next year, watch the roster. Got to get changed over. And y'all already know about my thoughts about the roster changeover, but there's some key spots that the Bucs need to address. Running back isn't one of them. Defensive tackle, center, right guard, secondary, linebacker. We might lose some people on the coaching staff. I told y'all this is a 2-year tops. If you asking 3 years off this roster, you're pushing it. Don't even think about 4 years with this roster. Don't even think about that. That's not even happening. You're not getting 4 years out of this roster. We'll get shellacked in 2024. Or in 2023. We'll get shellacked. Next year, you might get some juice out of this roster. If you leave everybody the same, bring everybody back, you might get some juice out of it. And it might look good, too. It's going to look good. But we ain't going nowhere. Y'all know that. But anyway, Le'Veon Bell to the Bucs, to the rescue, right? To the rescue. 3 games left. I mean, he can get some work in. The thing about it is, it's not like he's playing against really tough defenses, right? Well, the Carolina Panthers defense, y'all know what's so crazy? The Carolina Panthers I'll make that another video. They rank number 2 in the NFL in defense. So it won't be as easy as y'all think it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? We'll win the game, but that Panthers game, and I'll talk about it in another video, that won't be easy as y'all think it's gonna be. They got the number 2 defense in the NFL, pass defense. So you ain't just chucking the ball around them. They got playmakers out there. They got pass rushers too. They just got a horrible offense, like the Saints did. See how that went, right? Anyway, Jermaine Fabian. We had Doug Martin back when when number 80 was drafted. Couldn't draft the running back in the first round. So I guess we're gonna overlook Peyton Barber and Jacquizz Rodgers, a younger version of Ronald Jones that couldn't do anything right. So you don't think we needed a running back during that time frame right there? Because Doug Martin basically had one monster year. Made Pro Bowl. Was it 2016? And then he hit the PEDs. He got on that juice. And the Bucs didn't get a running back. He's on the juice. Still should got a running back. I'm telling you, do y'all understand? See, okay, let me help y'all out. See, I'm glad you brought that up. Let me help y'all out. For those of you that don't understand, Peyton Barber and the combination of Peyton Barber and Ronald Jones was one of the worst combinations in the NFL. A young Ronald Jones and a Peyton Barber was our running backs, folks. Go back and look at the numbers. The Bucs running game was bottom 5. Nobody talked about that because that wasn't the focus. The Bucs had one of the worst backfield situations in the entire NFL. Nobody talked about that because people actually convinced themselves that Peyton Barber was a running back, a starting running back. The same Peyton Barber that got beat up by Jaret Patterson. Ronald Jones, Mr. couldn't get right with Dort Cutter's system. That was the Bucs running back. Jacquizz Rodgers. Do y'all understand how bad the Bucs running game was during that time frame? What's this? 2017, 18, and even 19. Nobody talked about that. Why? 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 Because nobody cared about the Bucs running game. Running game is the quarterback's best friend, and nobody talked about that. Anyway, Le'Veon Bell. Don't let me go on a tangent on that. That just made me see. That's I will chop a lot of Bucs fans down all day long with that, and they can't handle that. You know what I'm saying? They can't handle that. They can't handle how bad the running game was. They can't handle how bad the special team was. They can't handle that. And the special teams has not been playing good. You know what? Let me stop. I got too much facts, and you're not ready for it. Anyway, Le'Veon Bell to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What's your thoughts on that? I gave you mine and the effects of the Bucs, good and bad. Hopefully it's more on the good side than the bad side, but my expectations are really low. Give us the Carfax. Man, a lot of Bucs fans don't want to, look, y'all good with me. My powers and my C-managers, y'all can deal with me. But a lot of them Bucs fans in them Facebook groups, they can't deal with me, man. I'm just telling you, they can't deal with me because I got too much. I got too much facts over feelings. I got too much. I do this. You can't defend facts. You can't justify facts. If I give you the numbers, what you gonna say? If I give you the tape, and what does the tape tell you, what can you say? This is why I always tell y'all, facts over feelings. Forget that media narrative crap. Forget the fan narrative. Go to the eye test. Go to the numbers. Put those together. What does that tell you? The Bucs had a horrible running game, a really bad special teams, and a really bad coaching staff. Nobody want to talk about that. But I'm the only channel in the entire nation that talks about it. The only Bucs channel. Anyway, the Bucs got to tighten up. I want to talk about the Panthers game tomorrow. So get y'all questions and comments ready for that conversation, because the Panthers won't be as easy as y'all think it would be. You know, I might make that video later on today or tomorrow, one of the two. So stay tuned for that video. Bucs Panthers preview in Carolina. So Matthew Miller with the super chat, $1 super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Le'Veon Bell to the rescue, or not. Anyways, shout out to all my Pies and Sea Bandits. This your boy, BucosLocker, aka Isaiah, coming to you again. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell icon, to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. It's okay, folks. Le'Veon Bell's here to spell Fournette while he gets better. Get well, Fournette. But we're going to need you for the playoffs. Playoff Lenny. Lombardi Lenny. Get back soon. But most importantly, get healthy. All right? Y'all take care. Y'all enjoy Thursday Night Football. I'll see y'all later on tonight or tomorrow. We're going to talk about the Panthers. But Buckles lock out. Oh, I'm sorry. Dang, I want y'all to fire those cannons. Seize the day, my daughter's here. Raise a flag. Hashtag no risky, no biscuit. Hashtag facts over feelings. Hashtag bombs away. Hashtag what you doing? Hashtag humble yourself. Alright? It's gonna be okay, Bucs fans. Stop complaining, stop whining about the Saints loss. It's an L. Deal with it. I'm out.